Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3. And shalom to all you brothers out there doing the work on the highways and byways. Alright? Presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice as the scriptures teach us. Alright? I'm back with another lesson, and this lesson is actually I'm really speaking to myself first and foremost, because lately, just the amount of stress and anxiety that I've been feeling, all right, not being at ease, finding it hard to be at ease, okay? And that's why this lesson is called Don't Worry About Tomorrow, because all that stress and anxiety is because I'm thinking too much, I'm worrying too much, about things that I shouldn't be worried about, worried about tomorrow and, next week and, that's not what the Lord wants us to do, all right? That's actually what Satan wants us to do, which is just be in a state of worrying and fear and anxiety, The Lord said He'll give us rest, all right? So basically what I'm going through myself is what inspired me to do this lesson, because I know there's other brothers possibly going through the same thing. This is Philippians 4:6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests made known unto Yahweh. And the peace of Yahweh, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay? So, it says, and the peace of Yahweh, So these scriptures are supposed to really comfort us and give us peace. But in a world that we live in, which is full of distractions and there's always something going on. It causes you to worry. Then we start worrying about things that we have no control over. This is Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. All right, so take no thought for the things of, Salakia. It says, therefore, take therefore no thought for tomorrow. So worried about, I just try to take it day by day now. Like, I don't even worry about, I try not to worry about the next day, and now I'm just trying to just make it through the day. Just to make it through a day. Another day is a blessing. Especially because we got nothing but evil all around us. All right. So, matter of fact, this is Psalms 55 and 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. All right. And now that scripture honestly is a cut to myself, because I should be casting my burdens upon the Lord, asking the Lord to relieve my stress and my anger. I should be talking to the Lord. All right. And I do, but I just mean I should be doing it more. All right, because we could never do it enough. All right. It says he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. And if you're doing this work in sincerity, you're considered the righteous. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has got our back, and he's going to look out for us. That's why it says, cast thy burden upon the Lord. Can't trust in this place. Who else are we going to cast our burden upon? This is Jeremiah 17 and 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. You see? And I'm starting to see ain't nobody else to trust but the Lord. And the brothers that are in this truth. Other than that, ain't nobody else really to trust. So it feels good to have somebody to trust. You have to trust in the men around you, that they are men of the Lord, and you gotta trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. Without a doubt. This is John 14 and 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in Yahweh, believe also in me. All right. Let not your heart be troubled. So, stress and anxiety comes from your heart being troubled. And amongst other things, not reading enough, and just worrying, and because in this truth you're always going to be going through stuff, but that's why the scripture says, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in Yahweh, believe also in me. All right. So long as we believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. All right. And I honestly believe that. Bring out one more scripture. This is Isaiah 26 and 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. All right. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength. So hey, like I said, as long as we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he gonna give us the strength And as the scripture says, thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. You know? So at the end of the day, these scriptures and praying to the Lord is the only medicine that can get rid of your stress and anxiety and worrying. All right? And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost on that. All right? I'm cut by my own lesson. All right? But I'm doing this lesson because I know there's other brothers that feel the same way, I'm sure. All right? So hopefully this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom. And don't worry about tomorrow.